Hey guys. All right, we're going to be making a little cartoon fox. I am going to start with my pencil this time because there are going to be places I need to erase and I need to overlap. So I've got my paper horizontal. That way it will be the most efficient use of space. And I'm going to make a kind of long oval. So it's longer from side to side than it is up and down. I'm just going to give it a nice gentle curve, not a hot dog sort of thing, more like a peanut M&M. And then when I come and about 2/3 of the way down, I'm going to make a V that points downward. Then I'm going to go up in the same line as that part. And then I'm going to make that football shape for the eye by making a curve underneath. I'm going to repeat that process over here. Up, curve underneath for that football shape for the eye. And then I need to make sure that when I draw the iris, which is the colored part of the eye, that I'm just doing basically 2 parentheses. You should never be able to see the top and the bottom of the pupil at the same time. Or not pupil, iris. Then I'm going to make his pupil, so where we see the black part of his eye. Then I'm going to come in and give him where his nose is going to be. Get him some plans for his whiskers from his little nose. And then he's a fox, so he has some serious pointy ears. That is a big part of being a fox. All right, now it's time for us to get his body. We're going to start by getting a cross between a rectangle and an oval. So I started about the middle height of his head. And I'm going up to his nose. So that's kind of a rectangle-ish, oval-ish kind of feeling. All right, now to get his legs, I'm going to come from the front. And I'm going to think about doing it like I would do a letter V or like a triangle or an ice cream cone. Depends on how hungry you are. I'm going to come down and around. Okay, there's his front leg. Then I know I need his back leg. So I'm going to follow that line from behind and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm looking for that ice cream cone shape. I'm going to come up from inside and go down and then around for the foot. All right, I need his 2 back legs. His 2 back legs are going to be behind his stomach because it's overlapping. So I know that we're going to start a little bit touching the front one and then come up and then a little bit in front of that one and come up. One thing you want to make sure you do with this is that it doesn't turn into too much of a rectangle, that it's really more of a triangular feel. Now, the next key for us is we're going to put his tail on because foxes have those big bushy tails. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to swoop down and around. I'm exaggerating his tail so that it will feel very fox-like. So I'm going to pucker up just like you would if you were doing a paintbrush. So it kind of looks like that bristle feeling at the bottom. I'm going to curve that line. And then I'm going to create a rounding right there for him. Now I'm going to erase the feet because they are hidden behind the tail. They're overlapping. All right. Now that I've got this, I do want to go ahead and mark off the places he's going to stay white. So right in here underneath his little nose, right in here on his chest, he's going to have a white patch. And I'm going to give mine some white socks because there are some foxes that kind of look like the book Fox and Socks. And then obviously he has a big white tip on his tail. And once again, that tail is just exaggerated so that it's very, very foxy. All right, when I go into Sharpie, I'm going to make sure that I Sharpie the lines where I know I should overlap first. That way I've got that on my mind while I'm doing it because I don't want to be so caught up in the Sharpie that I totally forget, oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to Sharpie that. So I'm going to do those lines first. It's really up to you if you want to separate his ears from his head, like if you want that line to be there. That's totally a personal call. There's not a right or a wrong answer there. Sometimes I like to go in between and do a little over, but not all the way. And that's just a personal thing. Okay, I've got his eyes, the outer circle, the inner circle. All right. Oh, I do need his whiskers. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this back leg because, like I said, I know that that one overlaps. And I also know that the tail has this overlapping quality. So before I do the rest of it, I do want to go in and make sure that I have that correct. That way I won't accidentally draw through something where I was. And then I'll get his tummy and his leg and his leg. Now, since I've got my thin marker right next to me, I'm going to use that for my details to give their lines a little bit more visual definition. That way we've got a thick line that's bold, like an outline, same way you would see your terms that are important in a book highlighted or outlined or boldened. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for my fox. And I'm going to do it with my thin. That way when your eyes see it, the first thing they'll notice is the thick lines, and then gradually your eye will go to the thin lines. And it'll just help organize the space. All right, you're ready to go in and add color to that fox. Great job, guys. I will see you later. Bye.